Now the moment that you've all been waiting for. Is your heart beating fast as ours? Who do you think will be crowned as Miss India NZ tonight?
Winning the title of Miss India New Zealand would mean that the judges have seen me as the ideal Kiwi Indian woman.
Miss India NZ 2012, the winner is...
My name's Anamika Singh and I'm a 1.5 generation Indian New Zealander. I grew up in Rotorua and I currently live in Hamilton. As a kid, I really didn't identify with being Indian. I didn't want to be different and I just wanted to fit in. I work as a qualified lawyer. It is quite challenging at times, but it's good to know that I can impart my knowledge on other people and help them. Miss India New Zealand for me is not about being a beauty queen or anything like that. For me, it's about being an ambassador for people who come from two different cultures.
How do you feel about being the oldest contestant in Anamika? What do you win?
Well, the prize for the competition is the title, obviously, of Miss India New Zealand.
Yeah.
And you get
Real
to
prize.
the prize is that you get to go overseas to Malaysia next year and compete in Miss India worldwide.
Just pretend I'm one of the judges. What's your take on world peace?
No, hopefully they're not going to ask questions like that.
No, but they might, Anamika. You need to be prepared.
Yeah, I do actually. Well, in saying that, they do give you a list of the questions. They give you a list of 25 questions and you could be asked any one of them.
Avoiding the subject. What's your take on world peace?
Monday to Friday, I am a Kiwi girl. I work with Kiwis, I live with Kiwis, and apart from my family, I don't really have that opportunity to connect or relate to Indians. I've invited a few of my girlfriends round for dinner and a wine. We do this maybe once every couple of weeks. They can be pretty upfront and pretty candid sometimes.
I always get confused with like the dots and like the colour, because some people colour like a line their way.
yeah. That's if you're married. You wear a red like
Is
little
it
thing
spray
in your
paint
hair.
or like
It's
vivid or
like
something?
it's
Every day, you know, you're vivid. Oh, sorry.
It's actually powder. So you just get some and you just go boop.
You know how you're talking about, like, you know, in normal beauty pageants you have to wear a bikini and then you wear a ball dress.
Yeah, there's 3 rounds. There's a sari round, which is the introduction round. Then there's the Kiwi round, Kiwi girl, which is like the evening
So you can wear...
evening dress.
Oh, so you wear like that dress you showed us.
I've actually got a new one. I bought one in Sydney.
Oh, get it.
But it's not done yet.
I think it's fun.
So anyway, what I'm going to do, this is one of those mullet dresses, which is short at the front. And what's going to happen,
You're going to add something.
I'm going to add a little bit of Kiwiana. So I'm going to have power shell, like I'm going to make a power shell belt to go around the middle.
In black, hello, one of our, you know, it's not like a
National
national
colours?
flag, but national colour.
So run us through your dance.
Oh yeah, so I'm doing a contemporary dance to a Kiwi song, but different. I'm pretty sure everyone else is doing like full-on Indian, like Bollywood or classical dancing, so something a bit different. Yeah. All right, so let's say. Oh! That was tight. All right, dig in. I'm here at the gym practicing my dance routine. I've set aside half an hour each day to prepare for the pageant, whether it's practicing my public speaking, whether it's my dance. I do have a few late nights after working all day and trying to still socialise with friends and flatmates. With only 10 days to go, it's really nerve-wracking.
Ladies, come. Straight, okay? I want you to turn your body, but look at the camera, obviously, yeah?
Hi Sonam G, how are you?
Yeah.
And you're from the mighty Waikato as well? Good. And you're liking Mission Bay?
Yeah, I'm liking Mission Bay. I'm not liking these. They're too heavy.
You look so good though.
I know, I've never worn one before, so it's a bit but it's alright.
And have you got all your outfits ready for the show?
No,
No.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Hi Cynthia, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. And are you all prepared for your talent item?
Yeah, it's 80 out of 100.
That's good. How long have you been practicing for?
2 days.
2 days?
Yep.
Oh my god, and are you all set?
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
Janine, what I'll do is I'll put slightly shorter girls at the back, right, and the taller ones at the front. Arti, go back a bit. And how about the hair blowing? You know, we'll just manage, eh?
Yeah, it is going to blow.
Didn't I tell you guys to try to tie your hair? Well, it doesn't help us, does it? Okay, come on, Kashka, come. Okay, do you want to just maybe go higher and then, you know, on that bench go higher and then take it down? Look this way. Hey, girls, look this way. I'm not going to shout, so just look at me.
Okay, everyone paying attention because everyone's moving around. And one of the problems we're having with Natasha is so what we can fix...
Where were you?
Okay.
Oh, we're waiting for you, darling. Look at this.
Okay. Ready, 1, 2.
Hey, girls, you know what? Just letting you know, if I say something, I want it to be done.
There's 4 Bondis there.
I have one of them too. Who else has one? Isn't that
What is it like on stage with the crowd? Can you hear them? Can you see them? Can you not
you
see
can
them?
see them. Definitely see them.
What's your outfit like?
It's really open.
Yeah. Sexy?
Yeah, kind of.
What do your parents think about that?
They don't mind.
That's good. Yeah. In some Indian families, it's sort of frowned upon for the
is.
Indian women to strut their stuff on stage.
There's like not thousands, but like a lot of pageants happening there. There's like
I would say hundreds.
yeah, because there's one for every state and city. There's
Indian pageants, it's like I don't know, like it's more flat. Like in India, like it's all about like having that size 0 and that like long legs and slim figure and beautiful skin. But like here, it's like you just got to be yourself.
Yourself,
basically,
and that's why I like this pageant. The view of a beautiful Kiwi woman is you can be all sorts of shapes and sizes.
I got told this when I was always nervous, and I got told to walk out like that crown is already on your head. And if you think that crown is already on your head, nothing is going to stop you, nothing is going to make you nervous, because you already know, you already think to yourself, I'm already a title holder, I already have it on my head, so all I have to do is go give a good presentation so everyone else knows that I deserve it.
I haven't really spent that much time with Indian girls so much as I have being part of this competition. I do identify with most of them because most of them are the same as me in that they are in this competition to learn a bit more about their Indian culture, to connect with it.
Have a soft smile not an over smile, okay? It's really good for long dresses, is slow down, stop, turn, and away. That's right, and turn. Okay, rather than turn around, just twist, step out. No, leave your back foot, leave your weight on your back foot, girls. Turn, step. Okay, and go. Yep, just to there.
That was a huge eye-opening experience for me. I've never had formal catwalk training before.
So slow it down and go into it. Glide into it and away.
What I thought I was doing right was completely wrong.
Yeah, that's right, and beautiful.
I'm sure with practice, I'll have my walk down pat.
Lovely. Gorgeous, beautiful.
So after being around the girls for 2 days straight, I have met every single one of them, and there is some competition in there. I think there's a bit of stiff competition. And saying that, I think I do have a chance. I do have a chance to take the title. It made me a little bit nervous because I am the oldest contestant at 26, but I'm definitely taking my age as you know, an advantage or as a strong point in this competition, and I'm going to use it and use my maturity.
Enough rehearsal time, this is like show time.
Pressure begins here.
Yeah, it's good because it's like a little taste of what is going to be on the night.
The thing is, at the end of the day, like, don't think of it as a competition, because, like, you know, if you think of it as a competition, then you'd be so stressed in your mind, like, you know, everything has to be perfect and stuff like that. Just be yourself.
It's a competition.
It's always in the back of
I mean, yeah, having fun is, but no one enters a competition going, oh yeah, it's okay if I lose, you know?
We are performing our talent items tonight. I think there is about 18, 19 people performing their talents, and only 6 get to go through to the final round, which we won't find out until the actual night. So everyone's a bit nervous about that. I have been tied up for the last 2 days straight, so I haven't actually had time to practice, so I am freaking out. There's only an hour to go until I go on stage.
The next performer is Anamika. Big round of applause for the girls.
All of the girls did really, really well. I am aware that I took a big risk. We get a break now until we meet again for the final show.
That's much better. Okay, will you remember that, ladies? The MC will be standing here. Abby, can you fade the lights on the contestants and the MC on? We'll have a little bit of lights on them, not too much. The talent segment tonight has no bearing on the overall Miss Indians title. So we did think about who's going to be doing it, and these are the 8 people. So number 1, Minra, Sanjali, Vanisha, Piyu, Ashley, Natasha, Janine, and Ashmita. Okay, so that's the order. Cool.
Not making it into talent is a little bit disheartening, a little bit disappointing, but in saying that, they have stressed that talent has no bearing on the competition, so I'm still positive, and I'm just going to focus on my question and answer and my intro and my Kiwi girl. A bit nervous, but I have to go get my hair and makeup done now. Just trying to go through some of the question and answers in my head. I'm worried about freezing up because no matter how prepared you can be, it's a totally different feeling when you're on stage, totally different.
Through there.
Just tone it down.
For all the girls on stage, mums and...
Okay, so we're about 5 minutes away from the show starting. Really getting nervous now. All the girls look so beautiful.
I'm gonna die. I'm scared. Help me. Welcome the contestants of Miss India NZ 2012.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anamika Singh, and I come from the holy city of Varanasi, India.
My name is Sonam Fra. My name is Mubina Maza. My name is Piyu Nalan. My name is Cynthia Nath. Vanisha Kumar.
The first time that you go out on stage is probably the hardest part. But now hopefully it's a piece of cake.
Please welcome the girls in their dazzling outfits once again for the segment which is called Kiwi Girl.
I am proud of who I am, where I come from, my heritage, my culture.
I've got all the qualities in me to deserve the crown, and I'd love to go and represent Miss India worldwide.
Being an Indian woman in a Western society means that you can have the luxuries of living in a Western society, but still being able to be connected to your Indian culture. Winning the title of Miss India New Zealand would be a huge sense of pride. Pride in who I am and where I come from.
Miss Personality goes to Ashmita Minoy. Miss Photographic Model Cynthia Nath.
Now the moment that you've all been waiting for. Who do you think will be crowned as Miss India NZ tonight? Whoa. Let's hear it for the winner. Miss India NZ 2012. The winner is Anamika Singh.
I'm a bit speechless at the moment, but I am so excited. Everything that I've worked for has paid off. I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm just so thrilled. I love my Indian culture than I ever have before, and going on to Miss India worldwide, I'm going to have to embrace my Indian culture from now on, and I'm really, really happy and proud to do so.
The Miss India NZ 2012, Anamika Singh, contestant number 1 from Hamilton. Good night. Thank you, ladies. You look beautiful.